Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's TTRPG Art and Talks. Speaking here, Sanji, and I'm an artist. Here I'm together with RedOneArt. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back if you were here last time. My name is Petra from RedOneArt, a company that focuses on D&D and other RPG related projects. This channel, this was what we're doing right now, that started when I, as a dungeon master for Dungeons and Dragons, was talking to Sanji about some art I needed for a upcoming Dungeons and Dragons session. And while we were talking, we came to a conclusion that in a lot of published stories, especially from Wizards of the Coast, a lot of art for characters and creatures is missing. What I talk about with when I say missing is that I personally, as a dungeon master, like to show art to my players to get them a little bit into the role playing. So, because if you see an image of a character, it's easy to see who we're talking to, how it looks, to give your first feeling. Um, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to draw some characters, creatures from a RPG story. But before we're going to do that, before we are going back into the story, Sanji, do you want to explain how this channel works?
Um, yeah, it's quite easy actually. We've got donations which can be done at PayPal, which I'll publish in the chat. There might be a reminder in between from our chat, but so that'll happen. That's also a Discord that you can join to follow us or get some privileges over there. However, it's free to join, but once you donate something, then you're into the rewards section. You can read more about that on my website, which you may find as well in my channel biography. And right now, before we begin, I do want to do a shout out to it, DFox Gaming. And DFox Gaming helped me out a lot, you guys. Helped me out set up an avatar, like how to do this. I had no clue. I did draw the avatar, so I did make it, and really had a lovely comment about it. Thank you, thank you. So please be sure to check out this wonderful streamer. He's playing a lot of Minecraft, but also some other wacky games. He also has his own channel and Discord, so be sure to give him a thumbs up. And let me see. I think that's about it.
Yeah, we also want to do a special thanks to Mike. He was our first donation of this channel. He did that last time, so and what you can read as well on the website as the information down below is that, well, you donate during the stream, you get the art. So he received that. I hope that he is happy with it. So do you like the art that we're making during the stream? Donate at that point, because the rewards only are given while you donate during the stream.
Yeah. So indeed, joining the Discord is free. You get into the rules section and perhaps unlock some features on our Discord upon donating. As for the sightseer, it's the easiest is to pay what you want. You just get a PNG file, but anything above that, that's a price for reward system. So read more about this at my website, sanji.com. And let's get into this story, because I am itching to get to this character. I also took up some references to begin with. Kind of helps me out.
Yes. So maybe you can do also a little show of what we made last time. Last time we talked about the very beginning of the story. We talked about the current situation of the city. The city is Baldur's Gate, as we are doing the story of Baldur's Gate descent into Avernus. And in the very first page of the story, your quest giver, Captain Zodge, is mentioned. If you want to see how he's being made and how well we talked about that in the background there, you can check out our last stream. It is available on YouTube to rewatch. and he gave us a quest. He asked us to search for followers of the dead tree. And when we
Yes.
find them, to stop them. Yes, we have personally, we have done already a lot with the dead tree. As the dead tree are the gods Bane, Baal, and Merkel. So you're being asked to find them and stop them in any way possible. You're getting a badge that you belong to the Flaming Fist, which is the mercenary group that is keeping sort of the justice, as you can
All
call
right.
that, in Baldur's Gate. And
I'm just gonna go ahead and get started.
We to find the followers of the dead tree, he's giving you a contact. This contact is called Tarina, as he only is given a first name, probably because he's like a kind of spy. She spends her time mostly in the inn called the Elf Song Tavern. And yeah, while going there, you can talk to her and she can give you more information about the followers of the dead tree. But while Tarina has an important story to continue the story, she hasn't got any art. So we already talked a little bit about her before this stream. And what is mentioned in the book about Tarina is that actually Tarina is not her real name. Before retiring to Baldur's Gate, Tarina was a pirate known as Rhonda Thunderbell, which was apparently not even her real name before that. She apparently has a lifestyle that skips from one port to the other. But well, during the period that she was a pirate, she was serving a captain on the Uncivil Serpent, the name of the ship. But eventually she stole loot from her fellow pirates and captains before she fled and came to Baldur's Gate. Why? Because Baldur's Gate is the place to go if you are running from something. Baldur's Gate, you can say that there is a lot of scam into the city. There are bandits, there are murderers, there are guilds that do a lot of bad stuff, and there are guards and groups that try to keep the peace and try that not too much is happening in the city. It's working so. It's not like there's still happening a lot in there. It's a corrupted city. And while we were talking a little bit before about her, we talked about like she was formerly a pirate, and while we were talking about pirates, we were thinking about the story Ariel, like from The Little
The Little
Mermaid.
Mermaid. She's gone broke.
Yes, but indeed, because she is now like she stole from her fellow pirates, and she is now sort of underrunning the kind of thing. Even though she is, you can't say call it safe, but at least for until now, she was. We sort of came up with the idea, like indeed, Ariel gone rogue. And that's what we're going to draw. We're gonna go a little bit into the red hat kind of thing, as you see in the reference as well. Tarina is a woman. So that are the points that we're starting out with. There's not a lot mentioned about how she is looking, only a little bit of background. So
I don't think there's also a mention about how long she's been on the run and how long it's been ago that she stole this treasure. So she could be just on the run, it could have just happened, or anything like it, I believe.
There's stands that like most of the loot that she has gotten from the pirates has spent in recent years.
Yeah, all right. Okay, that gives a little bit of an indication, but
Mm-hmm.
I think she's a little bit proud about doing things. I'm
Yes.
keeping her clothing a wee bit hidden, but I also took some note of as you can see in the references, a pirate lady. It's like yeah, what kind of facial expression would she have? How would she stand? Very secure and daunty. So I'd almost say arrogant. Almost.
Yeah, I have this feeling as well with her. She stole from a captain or a pirate, but she's still doing some as what's in the stories that she's still doing some like little jobs of the for the local thief guild. Um, and she's even a contact from the Flaming Fist, so she's arrogant enough to like involve with different kind of groups that even can be opposites of each other. Um, but even running, um, you can't run forever from what you did, and that's also a little bit what's happening in the story. She heard a rumor that her former shipmate has tracked her to Baldur's Gate, and she asked you to um, like wait here in the tavern for a short while to make sure that if anyone shows up, that they are there to stop them, to keep her safe. And if you're doing that, if you're helping them in like at least stopping the people that are in the rumor that came after for that are coming for them for her, she's giving you the information you're needed to continue the story. Um, she is a chaotic evil human, as from what we already see is arrogant. She has her own rules to live by. That is probably where the chaotic part is coming from. Um, and she has the stats of a bandit. The bandit you can find in the monster manual. At the end, there is a section of um, non-player characters that has the bandit in it. For people who want to join or want to do this their own, it is at page 343. The bandit itself doesn't have very specific like points. Just wearing leather armor, but probably we're not going to show that much on her art today. She can be of any race, but we already know that she is human. And she doesn't have really stats that like are really excelling in something or like really really low. Most of them are like as basic as a commoner. The only one who are like a little bit higher are the Dex and the Constitution, who has a +1 on both of them. Um,
Yeah, sounds about average.
yeah, her weapons are not special either. She has a scimitar and a light crossbow, which covers
Hey,
most
hey,
of.
hey, hey, hey! Scimitars are special weapons. You can make them as unique as you want. Just have to be creative.
That's true indeed. And luckily, my job is to talk a lot, and especially about stats that I love to look at. Um,
Yeah, I'm less into the stats and more into the story. Like, what's making her tick? Does she have a pet who? Is there a fluffy for her? Well, who knows? Just gonna go figure out.
hmm, I'm not sure about a Patsy is
Companion,
like
thingy thing.
yeah, I don't know. Could it like it's if she has something, it should be easy to go with her. It's like if she is going has to go back on the run, um, it has to be go like immediately go can uh, travel with her. So, and I know, like, I only had a cat and a dog, which I know are not very easy, like, go on the run animals.
I know the perfect thing. Can you guess what it is?
Ooh, I
Oh wait, I
see.
should make a reference to Thingamagain. What's his name again? Ah, sorry, I changed my mind on the go. You're not gonna guess this one because I'm wiping it out. Haha. Hold on a minute. Merge and saving this layer because working in chunks. I'm gonna go make this yellow.
I'm very curious what you thought about.
Yes.
What you came up with. That's a way different color than the last one.
Yep, that's a way different color because the other one was still having in need of its color. But I'm figuring that I'm just gonna give this one a quick color.
Maybe an animal that could be also used as in cheating with card games, as I expect her to do.
I think of this finicky little thing to be something that doesn't really exist much in the D&D books. Like maybe there's mention of it, but that's out of game. More of like I was thinking of something from a cartoon and then combining it with another something from a cartoon. Because
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about a flying eel that represents her best buddy. Does anyone know the name in English? I forgot.
Oh, yeah. I don't like
I do
for
know
if
the
you
Dutch
already.
name, like bone.
Yes. Yeah.
Flounder. That was the name. Flounder. I know it. Just came to me. Flounder.
Yes, as
That's
we
the
are still
yeah.
um busy with the whole Ariel gone rogue idea. So that's maybe why you recognize a little bit of the colors, because indeed it is her little like fish body that she has in the like in the movies. That's also
Whoa,
the yeah.
no, no, that's not how you write it. I believe. I'm not sure. Taking a guess. Didn't look it up.
Maybe somebody in the chat will correct us if we're wrong. Otherwise, this is going to be the current name.
Oh, it's much the name of the fish that is in the Ariel movies. It's not even the name for this thingamagain right over here. It is the name in Ariel. Like the fish, her companion fish is called Flounder.
Yes, but I was like, if we want to do a little Easter egg in the in the art
He
story
wants
we're
to
gonna
Easter
do.
egg.
I love Easter eggs.
Oh, well.
They're not um a lot being used in the Dungeons and Dragons world, but if you're continue with us in this story, there is a big Easter egg in Descent into Avernus. But we're gonna talk about it later while we're coming there. It's further up into the story, so
Now you got me
yeah.
curious. Easter eggs, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I
It
love
is
them.
a big one. I can say it is an Easter egg for anyone who is watching Critical Role. I can say that.
Oh yeah, I think I'm getting the picture now.
But I'm not gonna tell what it is, so
No, no need. Keep
we
your
will
secrets.
eventually go towards that one.
1 point. Oh wait, look. I'm just gonna have Drury floppy fence over here as part of her hat. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Oh, I immediately got like Legend of Zelda vibes.
Yeah, I know. But that's not the thing I was going for.
No, but I immediately think about it when I see the green cap right now.
Sure thing.
So, but to the story itself, well, like Sanji is continuing drawing. I will give you a little bit more about the Elf Song Tavern that you're all in, as that's where you meet Tarina. Um, the tavern itself, definitely located in Baldur's Gate, um, has made its name because there is a female elf ghost that sort of not haunts the place as it's scaring people, but is still connected there.
Is that a
Um,
reference to Waterdeep, like Trollskull Manor?
hmm, maybe they come.
Although that character is called Liv, and I believe it was a him described in the books. I did alter the name for the campaign that I once run. But yeah, that's a funny tale.
They do put ghosts a lot in this in taverns. If you're looking at it, like one in
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate, one in Waterdeep.
Well, it's 2. That's a hit on the 2 mark. It's not a definite 3, is it?
No, but maybe we're gonna find another one later on.
And just after we mention it in a live stream. Oh, that's another one.
Yes, so then we were like, oh, this is the 3 mark. Now it's a thing.
Yeah, now it's becoming a thing.
But this female elf sometimes starts singing, um, and that's why the establishment is called the Elf Song Tavern. Um, she
Ghastly.
mostly I say, but I think it's always she always sings in Elfish. So only those who speak it can understand the lyrics of the story. Um,
Yeah,
and she's always singing the same song. She sings about an unnamed lover lost at sea. Very interesting, as we're drawing a pirate right now. Um, and no one is sure how the spirit came to haunt the tavern, just as no one can predict when it will sing again. So people are, I expect that people just go there to actually sometimes just wait to hear her sing.
That's lovely. Oh, what are you into? Yeah, some songs of some dead leaf.
Hmm.
some dead dead woman.
Yeah, but if you don't understand Elfish, you're just hearing a song being sung. So
Yeah, you won't understand it. It's just like for those who don't speak Korean or something, when you're listening to K-pop or something like that.
mm-hmm.
It sounds nice. You just don't understand jack shit.
Mm-mm. So they can talk, like sing about everything, anything, and you'll just listen to it.
Yeah, you'll probably
Same
be
as
nodding
that.
away.
The current owner will definitely know and can explain where the song is about, as he is a half elf who speaks common and elfish.
Yeah,
Um,
both of both worlds. Best of both worlds. Pardon me.
mhm. And um, his name is Alan, and he is.
Alan will tell him. Sorry.
Mhm. He already run the establishment for like decades, as a half elf does become older than a normal human would. Um, so and he is at current 75, but I won't go too much about him. Um, there is a little thing about taverns in Baldur's Gate into the story that I like. The first thing I love this, as this explains so well how the city works. It says no wise person walks the street of Baldur's Gate or enters one of its taverns without a weapon or an armed escort. That so well explains um, Baldur's Gate, as it is the corrupted city and a lot is happening, especially now that in the story, like the nearby big city, Elturel, just disappeared. Like only remaining is a crater, and
Bloop.
nobody knows what happened. And like all the refugees that were lucky enough to just be outside the area um, came to Baldur's Gate to just come for a sort of safe spot. Like, not that the city is that safe, but at least it's safer than in the wild, where all the bandits
Yeah.
and the wild animals have free play.
I would have continued my stepping to Waterdeep or something at the very least. Like it is still a big walk on the map, but I'd bagger my chances rather than going to Baldur's Gate. I'm avoiding that one. No thanks. It's not a city for
Mhm.
me.
No, I would also just go further to Waterdeep because that's
Yeah, safe point.
a way, but also a way further travel. So I can sort of see how people just go to the closest city.
Yeah, I understand it for the elderly or something, or someone who's poorly at walking, disabled, handicapped perhaps. They would certainly want to stick with the closest thing, and unfortunately, sadly enough, that's Baldur's Gate. Oish.
Yes. Uh, Imagine that if you have a problem, the thing you have to go with, the one who is closest towards you to help is
Yeah,
like one
your
of the
problem
most corrupt.
neighbor.
Yeah,
No.
like one of the most corrupted cities in on the Sword Coast.
No. 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 Oh, that's horrible, isn't it? I'm gonna move this fin. It's not right. It's right. There. Oop. Hang on. I think we need another save point. What was it again? A bit of light green over there. Do continue. Listening.
Oh yeah, I would. I was just like watching you draw. I love that as well.
Yeah, we're good at distracting one another.
Yes, very well.
Mm.
Mm.
I have
I love
yeah.
I love the color palette. It's an easy one. It's like basic colors and of course a skin color, but it works so well together.
Um, yeah, I do quickly have to do some lookup. Because if I'm being honest, I did have roughly in mind how an eel looks like. However, just gonna read some quick reference because reasons. Oh, there we go. I watched some stuff. Boop, boop, boop. This one's going here in my reference corner. Thank you. Is it moray eel, you guys? Or no, it's not a moray. It's Let's not go too much into that. Just going to go for eel wrath. There we go. So you know what it is, what it does, why it's here. And let's get on with that tail. Just wanted to be a little bit more sassy around her. Like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, probably that eel is as arrogant as Cece is. Like this is my space, and
And you stay the fudge out of it. So if it's really that arrogant, I'm going to tilt its head a little bit. I thought it would be a nice contrast to have something as charming as a Flounder personality who's like super shy. But a little bit of an arrogant eel, that could be a thing too.
yeah, I think like the expression like owner.
Yeah, like
I don't
owner,
know.
like pet. The apple
Yes,
doesn't fall far from the tree. Sorry.
yes, but in this case, like owner and Pat. So she is confident in what she is doing. Um, I think her Pat would be too.
Yeah, I'm just having a little bit of changes. I am keeping a scholar Scatcho for the Flandry, or better name, Fluffy. So this one still gets a Fluffy.
Mm.
No. But hey, again, if the chat knows any better name other than, I believe you already have Fluffy, so please come up with something different than Fluffy. I'm not going to call everything Fluffy.
No,
Not I know.
but otherwise we will stick with the original name from the Little Mermaid story.
Flounder, yeah, Flounder.
Flan-
That was it. Flounder. I'm saying Flandre because I'm looking at the Forge and Flandre, but it's Flounder, I think. And if not, well, Dinkelberg.
I will check it out. Maybe I can find it
Oh, there's this other
quickly.
magnificent animal from the ocean that I know of, and that's if I translate it roughly into English, I have no clue if I'm going to come up with the right name, but I only know the Dutch name, so forgive me. It's a sea needle. It has a bit of a seahorse-like face structure, and it's hella amazing. I don't know why it popped into my mind, but just like seeing this eel over there in the corner, like very sharp nose and edges. Take it away, Petra, though.
Yeah, I checked this up and it was indeed Flandre. Um,
Woo, I remembered something.
Mm-hmm. Well, very well. Um, as I only saw the movie in Dutch when I was little, I had no idea.
I played a video game once with Flounder in it, and then I was English, and I had no clue until later on. I just, oh yeah, it's the English name. But yeah, the name is very different in Dutch. It's not the
Yeah, very
same.
different. But probably it's going to be different in a lot of different languages. Not
Oh
sure about
yeah.
that, but I'll think about it. Um, but back to the tavern while this will play out. I already told you about how the tavern got its name and a little bit about its owner. Um, More to tell about the story, that is actually a two-floor building, where in the ground floor or the first floor, if you are working with American, um, how do you say that? American
Sizes.
sizes, yes. You
Metric
have
system.
the metric system, or like
Or
explaining
the
of buildings.
the metric system is I believe ours, and the other system is American. I'm
Yes,
sorry, Americans. You can correct us in the chat though. Feel free. Not stopping you.
yes, definitely do that, as we are also learning still. Um, but the maps as well are a little bit different. So if I will try to explain that, like if we're talking about ground floor and first floor, that the first floor is mentioned for American maps, and that first floor of a back ground floor is for some other part of the world. So in the ground and slash first floor,
You
you
mean
have
everyone else?
yeah, I don't I'm not 100% if like everywhere else in the world is doing like the ground and then first,
Oh
second,
no
or
no no no. They just I think that's really an American thingy.
they like in America they do first floor, they skip ground. They
Yeah
start like first floor is the ground. We in the Netherlands start with
yeah
ground floor.
yeah yeah.
Uh,
That's a thing. That's a thing for certain. But I think that's really just an American thingy because in the back of my head, that's this voice that tells me like, what Americans do. They have their own size system. This is probably one of their own things as well. Like we're
mhm.
measuring in cup sizes rather than actual sizes. Like so many cups, so many football fields. All right. The rest of the world runs on actual measurement. So
Yeah.
I kind of sorry, believe that this is one other of those things.
Yeah, so I will try to mention both so that people are not confused, like if they are coming from the other part of the
Yes.
world or in America. So on the ground floor, or if you are American, first floor, you can find the tap room, the lounge, some private dining rooms, storage room, of course, for the kitchen. Um, and uh, upstairs, so in first floor, in if you are ground floor, then you have the first floor for that kind of mapping. If you are American, it's the second floor. You also have a big dining room, and that is where we are going to find our lovely lady that we're drawing, like Tarina. You also have again a private dining room. You have guest suites, some more fancy, some smaller. Depends on how you want to, which room you want to rent. Um, and so because there are larger ones, there are plain ones, there are more lux
Luxurious.
fancy ones. Yeah, luxury ones. And you have the bedroom of the owner itself.
Ooh,
Yes,
fancy,
which give
fancy.
And as Tarina gives you a little bit more time um, to explore the tavern and do some stuff there, as she's waiting for the so-called rumor that her former shipmates are like
uh,
coming to get her.
Nice. I also see some chat icons hopping by.
Oh.
Those icons are specifically from DFox Gaming. Awesome, you guys. Also, welcome to the chat. And it's based on an angelfish. Thank you, Bayama. So we have our name for the day is Angel. Isn't she a darling, or he? Wait, should it be him or her?
I would say, like, what is in the original story?
Oh, it's a him.
Then I would say go, like, because of the more Easter egg kind of thing, just going for him indeed.
Yeah, an angel is a perfect name for a guy as well. I mean, I've heard it being used for a guy.
Yes.
It's not the biggest issue here. We've been focusing a lot on the eel. Oops. Sorry, Tarina. It's like she's the special guest star, sort of, to be drawn. But here I am focusing on our angel. It's like, yeah, angel.
Actually, that is also important, because if something like for a role playing or he's there, so should definitely be included in the art and the story as well. As I already mentioned, you find her upstairs. You see sits as like one of the chairs that you can find there, and she is playing a game that you like for like money, like a gamble game.
Poker. Sorry.
No, actually, they mentioned the name of the game, and it's Baldur's Bones.
Ooh.
Yes, this one is a dice game, which is funny, as Dungeons and Dragons itself is just like
a
it's
dice
not
game.
a dice game, but it has dice elements. It's nice to have a dice game in a dice. And if you are interested, you can even play it as the rules are explained. Each player requires several six-sided dice. So you can even play this in a sort of like, if you do a sort of session.
Is it like Yahtzee or something?
I'm going to check it out.
Please do.
Everybody, like, definitely what our mentor mentioned, it is a game for money. So everybody puts the same amount of money into a pot. And then each player rolls 3 dice. Play then proceeds clockwise around the table, with the host of the game going last. So if you say to the other one, "I want to play this," you're probably the host of this. But that's not really mentioning the game. But I would say that that's what they mentioned. And on their turn, a player can choose to stand or roll. If the player stands, the next player can take a turn. A player who rolls takes an additional die and rolls it. If the total of their dice exceeds 21, they bust and are out of the game. Otherwise, they can keep rolling additional dice until they either stand or break. After everyone has had a turn, the highest point total, excluding players who busted, wins the game and takes the pot. So it's a dice version of blackjack, as I.
Oh, very nice.
That is actually very nice, and this is a very easy one to do if you are a dungeon master who wants to do little, like, mini games in their own session. I think it's really nice of the book to include such a small mini game. Yeah, I would play Baldur's Bones.
Yeah, just I won't be betting my horses on my gameplay though. No, thank you. Gambling is not for me.
Too much of indeed a luck game. But yeah, what is expected of Tarina is she cheats. She definitely cheats.
Oh, I just gotta do something. I'm gonna do something drastic again. Play safe.
There's not really mentioning how she cheats, but
I know how. I know exactly how she's gonna cheat, you guys. Hold your horses. You're gonna see it in a whip. Yeah. Look. get rid of this error right over there and correct some. It's a six-sided dice, right? That's what you say?
Yes. So for people who don't know like the different kind of dices, it's the normal size dice
Yeah.
that you use for indeed Yahtzee that we already mentioned.
This is how she's cheating.
Little
Angel.
buddy.
A little pal in crime.
Ooh. I don't know a lot about eels. Can they hold items like?
With their mouth, they can certainly pick up things, but the moment they tend to bite, they have an extra jaw. It's like the alien, it's kind of the thing that Alien was based on, and that comes out, shoots into the object that they're biting into, and they can't let go because that jaw, that inner jaw, is locked down. So once that inner jaw hits an item that they really are trying to eat and devour, this tinier jaw rips a piece off the big chunk from the object and then retracts, and it cannot let go. So if your thumb is in there, never touch eels in real life. In real life, you guys, never, ever touch an eel, no matter how cute they are. If they bite, and even if they don't mean it, your finger is gone.
Good advice. Very
Legit.
good advice.
So I've seen plenty of accidents happen, and that's one of them. Don't pet your pet eel, please. Thanks. They are irresistible, and they're so cute. But these guys can't help it. Once they lock onto something, it's done for.
But I do love the little dice in the art. It is.
It's gonna be in here. It's like still have to. I have like 20 more minutes to finish up our Tarina maiden. What a hurry! I'm spending so much time on Angel.
Yeah, but he's now a very important part of Tarina, as this is the way she's cheating and still has like enough money to like actually never go hungry. She already spent a lot of the loot that she stole from her pirates, but
yeah. They will never get hungry. Not with Angel.
Mm-mm. I can just look at you draw for like hours. Lovely.
Yeah, also a nasty thing about eels is that they have tiny, tiny, sharp teeth everywhere.
Mm.
And I gotta look up dice. You guys, I do have them here. Yes, I do have them here on my desk. Haha. Never without dice. Never fall.
Never do that. Mm-mm. Real life reference.
Yep, here we go. There's number 4 that was going for, and then we have number 1 over here. And the number 2 right over there. Haha. Boom. Right, that's a tiny dice. It's clear enough that it should be dice. I'm gonna work on her face, so I'm gonna grab some references of human faces again to help me as well improve. And it's way better to just draw with faces and references. No matter how good you are, just reference shit, please.
Yeah, especially if you, I think, want to make a like.
Depending on how good you are, some people are really that amazing that they don't need references anymore. But hey, people start at one point somewhere, and 10 years ago, yeah, a little shorter than that, I started somewhere too. And I'm still learning. As an artist, you are the forever student. You'll never quit learning. It's not something you just.
Yeah, every time there's a new thing to learn.
Yep. Oh, we got a new feature for this tablet that you're using. Oh shit. You know how to animate? Oh shit. We're making card game right now, so can you just draw card designs as well, layout? Shit. So you keep on learning things as you go and work for various companies. And there will be a lot of oh shit.
Yeah, and I think that's not only for an arts. I have the same as being a dungeon master. Like there is so much to learn for a role-playing game. I mostly play Dungeons and Dragons, and I still learn a lot from this game. Every time there is a like when a new subclass is coming out, I will read through it, and then I think, hey, but wait, was this not like this? And then when I read through
Yeah.
this again, I find out that I misread something, and I learned something else.
Yeah, sometimes I'm at that mystery point that I get groggy when the rules are changed by the D&D company. It's like, no, you did not, and then I complain a lot at first before I come to terms with it. Like, fine. It's like a
Yes.
little child sometimes, really. It's like Jesus. But
I
yeah.
think we're gonna have the same with like people already now talking, and they are playtesting Dungeon like 1D&D.
Ugh,
Um,
sorry,
yeah, and
me
we
being a
are
kid.
like we heard already some things about it. We are not like fans
I'm
of
not
it.
hyped for this one. It's like, no, just continue on with the fifth edition franchise, please. Or retrieve the 3.5 franchise, please.
Yes, that's also a very popular one. As I
We do not speak about
started,
4.
some of them now.
No.
But I didn't have personal experience with those, so I won't mention that too lot. I started playing in the fifth edition, Dungeons and Dragons, so I do have a personal favorite. It's the most, for me, the most played one. I think 6 years now already, so that's already some time.
It was way longer for me, though. Way longer. I started with 3.5 as a player. And then I started DMing at 5th edition, and then it just kind of got hooked.
Understandable. I really like the system in fifth edition. They sometimes change a little bit, sometimes for the good, something for the bad. Um, but overall, fifth edition is a very easygoing system. It's easy for beginners, but if you want to include like more, there is a lot that you can do in the fifth edition of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So, Sanji, do you draw a lot of female faces, or do you prefer to draw male faces?
Why you're asking? She looked like a dude.
No, I'm just curious about your like your preference to
Oh,
draw.
preference to draw. To be honest, I don't really care. I just don't. Sometimes it's just like, how can I draw both at once? Haha. Kidding. Yeah, no, it's not kidding. Actually, I sometimes try to do that. That's the most fun for me. The icon in the corner, the one that's talking and moving as I speak, which I love, by the way. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, those kind of characters, I really love. You can't really tell whether they're male or female. Don't care. So yeah,
So you like to draw like
monsters.
monsters, creatures.
Monsters, creatures. Those are my favorite things to draw, and it'll reflect in my art as well, because just I draw them way more than actual human faces. So I need to study human faces a bit more. So I got that going. I got it going. I mean, we're getting there, getting somewhere.
Mm.
Sorry, just like.
But the guy in the corner, would you call him a creature or do you call him a humanoid? As
Which one?
the one
That.
in the that moves while you're
Oh,
talking.
no, not a creature. I would say monster.
So yeah, for Dungeons and Dragons reference, monster would include creature. Um, and
Yeah, that's Dungeons and Dragons for you. So not agreeing with the rules over there. It's me being a little child and them being, but this is the way. Not for me.
so yeah, that's the same probably for Dungeons and Dragons. It would be Dungeon Master. For other RPG games, it would probably be Game Master. I think creatures and monsters in our like how we use them would probably be the same. it would be interesting to get him some stats once.
Stats?
Yes. But we will
Oh,
set up a
yeah, but he
different
has
stream and
stats, and that's for a different story. I'm
Ooh.
not sure who's all watching tonight, and if there's some players of mine watching, I'm not gonna spoil shit about stats.
No, we will stay out of that. But I am intrigued, so maybe we're gonna talk about that
Maybe
later.
later after we're done with the stream, maybe I'll share something. But I did pick up on a lovely, I'm gonna say monster because I'm being defiant, um, from our book, and I kind of reaped the stats from there on and added a couple of items that he would have, and then I was just like, yeah, this is it. This is good. This
Mm.
this will either completely annihilate everyone or not, depending on how they go, and it will feel like an epic victory when I victory over it.
Nice.
Yeah,
So,
I like solid good cliffhangers.
mm,
I'll make that a little bit longer. Ooh, dearie, look at the time. Ah, I have 9 minutes left, and I'm far from done with her
ooh,
face.
yes, and we still have to do the most, like, how do you
No,
say it? Like the most suspenseful moment while drawing, like flipping the canvas.
no, 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 no. Ugh.
And I'm wondering, how many layers are you already on?
No, 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 no. I'm gonna continue drawing right now. I'm gonna do that after I'm done.
Yes, okay, we're gonna do a little, like, at
Yeah,
the end
as for your
talking.
reference, you guys, I'm really bad at counting. Haha, you can count on that. Pun intended. But yeah, yeah, that's something I am horrible at.
By the way, for everyone who is now watching the stream, if you're curious about like how she's drawing, anything connected with that, or curious about anything that I told until so far of the story, or about the creature we're doing right now, in this case, the bandit or pirate, depends on how you want to
Shoot.
mention the stats or the character, you can put it in the chat and we can discuss it. Um, so for the rest, is there anything more to tell? We have a little bit told about the tavern, how it looks like, what she is doing at the moment that you find her, a little bit out of her backstory. We even gave her a little pat, and that's also how she cheats. The games she's playing. Hmm,
Baldur's dice.
yeah, Baldur's Bones. The
Oh,
story is
Baldur's
called.
bones. I'm sorry, the BB. It's like a
I'm
BB gun.
wondering why it's called Baldur's Bones. The
That's
story,
just a pun. I believe they went for the pun as I would. Like, hey, we got Baldur's Gate, like bald and bone, like haha, pick a bone. It's like bald to the bone, like no bone on it. Yeah, never mind. So
yeah, you of course had also like a lot of games in the past, like that had bones, knuckles and bones, for example, like the to play with, as they didn't had like dice. They did have dice in some parts and some cultures over like history, but they appear and disappear. Um, so there was not always being played with dice, but also with other things that could roll. And I think also that's the bone reference come from. Not 100% sure that we have to ask like the designers of the story.
yeah, we'd have to add. That's an ask thingy. But I'm gambling, and I'm kind of gambling. That it's because Baldur's Gate starts with a B, and what else could start with a B? Bones, bees. But bones sounds way cooler, so maybe it's just a cool factor.
So for the location of Elson Tavern, to close it off a little bit, is that the tavern itself is located in the lower city. of Baldur's Gate. What does it mean? The lower city is mostly populated by lower to mid-class people. You also like all the houses of the lower city are within its walls, so it is like the pricing of houses is higher than the ones of outer city, but outer city is not very big because they don't have protection there, so it's really um, the people there have to be like strong enough to survive out there because there's no justice out there. Like if a wild animal comes there, they have to get rid of it by themselves. The lower city is a little bit more protected, um, but as I mentioned before, Baldur's Gate has a lot of like dark societies and groups in its walls, and the lower city is a place that they can almost roam freely. The upper city, there's more like the politic corruption kind of thing, but in the lower city, it's like assassination and um, maybe drug travel or even human travel could be going on there.
You mean
Like
human
the
trafficking? Because
yes.
humans do travel. I mean, yeah, sure, we
Oh
all
yes,
do.
or yeah, yeah.
Sorry, but not really on this team.
Mm. But that's going on to the lower city. So the Elf Song Tavern itself could be um, sounds really nice, but it's still in a neighborhood that
Not
is
so
so.
nice.
No, but that's everything about Baldur's Gate. At one point, it could look nice, but there's always a but.
But
um. So yeah, as we're coming close to 1 hour,
yeah, I feel like
we
1 hour is way too short for me to actually draw something solid or anything really. Kind of feels like I'm scrambling by and
hmm, maybe we should think about getting these streams a little bit longer down.
yeah, maybe.
We're gonna
Just gotta figure
definitely
it out. Or I
yes,
gotta pack up my pace and punch it.
we will definitely like become more uh like proficient. Little joke there in the CP RPG sound. Um, but more proficiency in like doing this in 1 hour.
Also,
Um,
yeah, as for Mike, really late reply, but he's an angel. Yeah, he's an angel.
yeah, for her probably most of the time.
Yeah, he's sweet for her, but no one else. But yeah, do proceed.
So, um, so we talked about Tarina, her background story, a little bit of her character, as there's not much given, but we made her a little bit like the more going arrogant, like Ariel goes going rogue kind of time. We gave her a path.
Yeah,
Um,
Ariel may be a sweetheart, but she's something else.
could be her like real name before everything come out because that one is not given. So because this now sees Tarina, before that she was the pirate Rhonda Thunderbell, but before that she should have been a name. So maybe she has once been Ariel.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
perhaps you can find something else that's lovely and it sounds good.
yeah, we talked about the Devon, how it's gotten its name, the location of it, a little bit of its owner, the 2 floors that it has that you can explore in like the meantime before like the rumor comes through. Um, as because this is a story that not just mentioned something like there's definitely going to happen. So, so if they are mentioning like the rumor that her former pirates are like finally catch up to her, definitely something going to happen. In what form? You will find probably out next week as we're talking more about the story.
Yeah. Yeah, also the new character that that is going to be drawn and get a face and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's maybe a little also to
Bookers.
play off. Like if we have a voting system that is mostly for the high donators of the channel, as we want to give them an extra reward. The votes always have a connection with the story. It could be as with direction we are going in the story, as a TTRPG is never, of almost never linear, but always have multiple paths to go. But could also be votes like, should we bring a former art back, or anything else we want.
Yeah, that's indeed a thing. It's going to be a thing because it's not there yet. Ooh, spoiler alert.
Yes, we haven't put a vote out yet, as we now have a sort of direction where we're going. But yeah, in the future it definitely will be. We will maybe also mention it in the live stream on self. Yeah, but you definitely should look out the Discord, as we will give the most information over there. You can find the link to the Discord on Sansji's channel, and I believe up in the chat here.
Yeah, it should be in the chat as well. That's a thing. I do see it being available. Thanks, Danny. Thanks. Also, I'm looking forward because we're gonna go head off. What we're gonna do is a raid. I've never done this before. So yeah, if I blodge up, then that will be on me. For the guys who want to come along on this raid, because I believe that's involving viewers and stuff. Let's go raid. I also gave her a quick little bit of a scar, because why not? She means to just look
Before
tough.
we're going on a raid, we should mention that I won't be there next week, so we won't continue on the Monday this story.
Yeah, the upcoming Monday. It will be Monday after that. So I'm gonna push for a cancellation in, at least for the schedule within our chat.
Yes, just keep out, or either the Discord or Sansji's channel, if there's going to be anything else. As there would be some interesting. You can also just follow my channel, RedOneArt, as I am going to put that in the chat, as I am going to do something else to sort of make it up to you guys. As I'm going to do a unboxing video of Harry Potter loot crates, like end of this week or like somewhere next week, which is not the Monday. So keep that out as well. I will also post that probably in the Discord. And otherwise, just follow my channel and you will see it on my planning. So that will be all. I think we can rate.
Yeah, I'm just, it itches that she's just so unfinished. I just have to draw some fish. Please let me draw fish.
As I see, I think I cannot post a link in there. Is it right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, there's no linking in here. I may want to look at that, but yeah, thanks, Lenny. That I mean, Defox, that needs to be that needs to be changed over there. I'm gonna go see if I can rate a channel. By the way, channels you follow. Ooh, well, /mod. Oh, think you need to use a slash mod.
Can I do that like this? And then help, like, if this does not work as well.
Gonna go see. Can I raid? How to? Raid. Ha. Oh, /mod user. You wanted to link to it your own channel, right?
Yes.
Oh, I can do that. I can do a shout out. Hold up. SO RedOneArt. Here we go. That should be
Nice.
it.
Okay. Thank you.
That's the thing you wanted.
That is for if you want to check out the unboxing video, because I have a little problem still with trying to find my channel on Twitch. I'm trying to fix that with Twitch itself, the help desk. So I hope it will be fixed very soon. But otherwise, you can use this link.
And
And so I think we're ready for raiding another channel.
I am looking. I am looking.
Anything art or D&D related that you came up?
Oh no. Nothing of the sort. I am trying to. I was trying to find some cute art. To just rate someone. But I have no clue how to. You have to follow them. Is that a thing? Huh. Hold up. Wait. So channels. No, you don't think so. You should. Yeah. Anyway, when I hit the rate button, then
we learn a lot right now.
Yeah, we're learning a ton. But I found someone who's doing something, or at least was doing something, and it's on Dungeons and Dragons commercials, but they don't have a whole lot going on, but they seem to be doing art. So let's raid. Oh, well, that one doesn't want to be rated, I guess. The first raid is a no.
Oh.
And the other stuff I'm finding is all 18 plus.
Okay, then
Yeah,
maybe we should.
I'm trying to look something cute. Come on, please be cute. Please be cute. Why you guys have to be so filthy? Oh, that's it. I'm gonna look for someone who's doing Minecraft. Come on, Minecraft. This one is doing Minecraft. This one is being cute.
Let's go. So yeah, if you want to join us, looking at this.
Yeah, in the raid, which we just.
Minecraft, you can be here. Otherwise, we will hopefully see you in 2 weeks to continue the story. I just want to say I do love the art of Tarina. I really love her. I hope you too, that you enjoyed this stream.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope you guys really had a good good time. As for me, I gotta go ramp up my art speed thingy. But so far so good. I'm still fairly happy, or okay, happy with the results for what they are. And I think we got the raid going. The raid has been created.
Yes.
Woo! Amazing.
Come.
Nice.
So, this is.
Yeah, this is going to be a goodbye, and cheers, and see you not next week, but the week after. You may catch me at random for Evermore Art, which are totally random topics, probably monsters, because monsters be monsters, or playing Felheim. That's another thing I love doing. And I'm gonna wish you guys a good night. This stream is done.
Good night.
Woof.